Today we're doing Jack Daniel's ribs. Very simple recipe on the Green Mountain Grill's pellet grill, but you can do it on any grill you've got. Like I said, we're going to be doing Jack Daniel's glazed ribs on the Green Mountain Grill's pellet grill. You can do it on any grill that you like, whether it be a Weber, a pellet grill, a smoker, anything like that. This recipe is going to be able to get you where you need to be for some fast, easy, absolutely delicious ribs. We start off with a cut of spare ribs. Trim off any unnecessary fat, any of that skirt, that diaphragm meat, whatever you want to call it. Get it all flipped over and trim off the fat from there as well. We're not going to do a whole lot of shaping on these. We're keeping it very, very simple. Instead of pulling the membrane, all I'm going to do is score it with my knife. I'm going to score it diagonally and then in between each rib bone so that we have good pullback and allow that fat to really render out of there. From there, we're going to hit it with a combination of savory, sweet, and a little bit of heat rubs with some chupacabra rub and our honeybee killer chipotle from Cosmos Q. Get it on both sides, let it sweat out, throw it in the fridge to let it sit for about 20 minutes, and start your grill up. We're going to be cooking these at 275 degrees, and we're going to start them bone side down once our grill is up to temperature. Once we've got them down on there, we're going to leave them alone for almost an hour. Once you're ready to wrap, get 2 pieces of foil together, lay it down on top of a little bit of butter, and then some of your rub. I'm using the cherry cola rub that I found at Walmart because I think what goes better with Jack than Coke. We're going to throw that on there, a little bit of butter, do the same thing on the back side. Get it wrapped up nice and tight, and then put it bone side up, back into the smoker for another 30 to 45 minutes, and we come back and check it then. It's not all the time that I cook with a bourbon or a liquor at all, but today I figured it was super important that I cooked with some Jack Daniel's because it is that time of year, folks, for the Jack Daniel's Invitational. And this year I've been asked to cook on a team with a bunch of guys that are going to be cooking on the Jack, but the star of that team is Gary Robertson, and he is an up-and-coming cooker in the barbecue circuit. He's done amazing things this year. We were going to go to the Royal together, but he got the bung pulled for the Jack, and that's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Now, if you don't know anything about competition, this is something that you don't always get to go to. In fact, guys that have been in competition cooking their entire lives might get to go to it one time. So it was a big deal for me to be able to get invited to that. I'm going to ask you to partner with us and do your part in help sending us over there. So down below, I'm linking a GoFundMe account. Please consider partnering with us to get us down there with a great bunch of guys that know what they're doing a lot better than I do, and we're going to really knock some things out and try to bring home some hardware from the Jack Daniel's Invitational. These ribs have been on for just over an hour and a half at 275 degrees, and it's time to pull them off and get them sauced up. First, we'll get our beautiful Jack Daniel's sauce. Oops, camera. Sit over here, and I do apologize about the flies, guys. It is still 90 plus degrees out here during the day, and so they're still all over the place. All we're going to do is get these out of the foil, and we're going to flip them over bone side down. They're bone side up right now. Bone side down. And kind of create a boat. Oh yeah, they look good. Nice pull away from the bone there. That tells me these are cooked and tender. Oh, they are tender. And very hot. So we're going to get these flipped over. Whew. Carefully. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. All right. So we got them flipped over, and I'm going to top them off with some more of this cherry cola rub from Fire and Smoke. I actually got this at Walmart. Walmart stepped up their rub game. That's pretty awesome. We're going to hit them with a little coat of that, and then build our little boat up here so it stays nice and safe. All right. And we get our steaming hot Jack Daniel's sauce to go over it and set it in the smoker for about 10 minutes, just like this, with the sauce on top, so it can start to glaze over. Oh man. I like how runny this sauce is. It is more like a glaze, how sweet it is and how thin it is when you get it nice and warm. And it's important that you put warm sauce on warm ribs. You don't want to put cold sauce on warm ribs. That just impairs everything. Putting something cold right out of the fridge on top of something that's right around 200 degrees just isn't a good way to approach it. So get nice and covered there, and then do one more little shake of flavor on top, and this is going to be ready to go back into the smoker for, like I said, about 15 more minutes, and let everything set up. We'll be ready to slice and try them. All together, guys, these are done in under 2 hours. Now that's pretty dang good for some ribs on the grill. And they say you can't grill ribs. You can do this on a Weber. You can do this on any other smoker that you want. All we're doing right now is we're putting those last layer of flavors, just a little bit more of this delicious glaze type sauce, and hitting it with that real fast, the Jack, and then we got to throw in the Coke. We're doing a lot of layers on this, and this is something that you can easily do at home. It seems like there's a lot to it, but there really isn't. It is very, very simple. Let's get this sauce moved off to the side and get these ribs cut up. Let's give them a try. They are tender, I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, they're squirting juices too. Just how I like it. Wow. That is an absolutely gorgeous rib. And it is hot. Got a little bit of smoke ring on there. Alright, I'm going to take a very hot bite because, well, I can't wait. Real hot. Savory, sweet. That signature Jack Daniel's flavor in the sauce. Outstanding, guys. Give this recipe a try. Again, hit that GoFundMe. Help us out. Let us get to the Jack and make something of ourselves. I love you guys. Drink more water.